All right, everyone, welcome back to the Business Blast podcast. Today I'm with Diana Dentinger. She created the only scientific-based personality profile to help you know, live, and be exactly who you are. And I'll dive right in here, Diana. The first question I have for you is, what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Okay, well, let's 1987, I'm living in Germany and I'm engaged to an Italian man. And so in the summer of 1987, we and his family fly to the Midwest. And so imagine that on a summer evening, on a Saturday evening, beautiful, warm summer evening, here we are at St. Paul's in Chains, I believe, Cathedral in downtown Cincinnati, and I have on my wedding dress. It's a beautiful designer Italian wedding dress, and I have on long gloves and a beautiful hat. And my father and I are standing out in front of the cathedral. The music to start. All the guests have entered into the church, and a voice comes. Now, I'm pretty used to hearing voices because I'm intuitive. A voice comes and it says, Diana, this is not the man of your life, but important children born. And I have a pack. I look down to the street and I think, if a taxi drives by right now, I will run down these stairs, get in the taxi, and I don't care. And I look up at my father. He throws the cigarette then on the ground. The music starts, and we enter the church. And what I realized is that very often we are put into situations maybe are not always really the best, the most perfect, the happiest kind of things, but there is in life a bigger, if you want to call it divine plan, you want to call it, sometimes, there's just a bigger picture thing out there that we can't always control. So the best advice is then just to go with the flow and make the better situation, because there is an interconnection of all things who are, consciously evolving. There is a bigger plane, and we don't always have access to that information. So I learned a lot about trust, and this story, which I have never told before, because I find it, for me, it's a very intimate story. But because I got that message, I really raised great kids, because I was informed that I had important children, that was the reason that I had to mate with this particular person, right? And I shared a piece of this story with my kids sometimes when they were down and out. And I said, I got the voice. It said that I was going to have important children, so you know what? That grade or that test you failed, in the end of the end, you're really going to do great with your life. And I'm pretty much a motivator, for everyone in the scheme of things.
No, that was an awesome story, and thank you for sharing that. And absolutely fine. And I honestly love the descriptions of it too, so I could vividly see it as you were speaking it. So second question is, what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Well, as you introduced me, I created a personality profile. My, suggestion is you are not one of four types. With all the psychometric tests, you are very multifaceted. And the sooner you are really aware of your multifacetedness and your multidimensionality, the freer you are, because self-knowing is self-empowerment.
And what's your best piece of overall business advice?
Your business, and this is really important, this is a writer-downer, your business is only an energetic extension of who you are. So focus on your energy, not on your business. So when I do trainings, I explain this to people. Imagine that you are, a balloon. If your balloon is only half blown up, or is a little bit whimpery, you cannot create another balloon, as in a business, that will have any more oomph and fullness than what you have. So that's what I say. Your business is only an energy extension of you. So focus your attention, focus your work, if you want to call that, on really up-leveling your energy. And as a result, then that will be extended onto your business.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Trust my intuition. I had a couple very challenging premonition kind of things. And I'm sharing this especially with your audience because in my recent experience of really the past 5 years, I have found that so many entrepreneur and serial entrepreneur, small business owners are either intuitive or somehow inspired, which means they're getting information from a different, dimension, if you want to call it that, or they're visionaries, which is why they feel that yearning and desire to create a business. Really trust that very first split second of an instant of a knowing that comes to you. I mean, that's, for me, I had a couple really challenging things of premonitions. I've seen my kids in accidents like a couple days before they happen, and it's not always easy to manage knowing things happen. And so I refined my studies on what it's like to be intuitive, to be able to then, let's say, energetically transform potential disasters. For me, I would say go back. Get to be a good friend with your intuition and trust that it's there for a reason.
And in your opinion, what's the key to happiness?
Oh, happiness, well, I think I sort of said that before, is having vibrant energy. Just like your happiness is the amount of air in your balloon, No one likes to be a soggy balloon or whatever. Vibrant energy. And so that's, focus on your energy. After energy would probably be self-confidence. I think you get self-confidence because you are self-confidence probably could come from an inner knowing. So energy, top place. Because everything is only energy. Energy is the only thing that exists. If we take it from a physics point of view.
I agree 100%. And what's the best book you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from it?
Hands down, since I have 4 children, hands down, and I don't even know if I can say the title of this book without sobbing.
Oh, I'm excited.
The children's book, the children's picture book, The Giving Tree. The Giving Tree, that simple picture book by Shel Silverstein, of this female apple tree who always gives something to this little boy as he grows up. And, he always comes back, and then he cuts off the branches and he cuts off the trunk, and he's always wanting, and she is always giving. That book, with 4 kids, I must have read the book hundreds and thousands of times. It still moves me to tears. The beauty of giving, because it is so true when they say, and the tree was happy. We are the most happy when we give. And we can give more without being depleted of energy when we're really in our energy, when we know ourselves, when we know our qualities, and it is actually self-regenerating kind of energy. So the giving, which is not sacrifice, and it's not over giving. It's not being a Red Cross kind of person or martyr. But it re-energizes us. Yeah, the Giving Tree. I'm into either right brain books or novels or simple. Now we're in this minimalistic kind of moment, in history also. simple messages, simple drawings, simple, clear things that open your heart and move your emotions.
And what's your favorite quote and why?
Oh, I'll tie this in. Einstein, hands down again. You can't solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that created the problem. And this again, now business owners, it's the same as I said, like working on the business or working, you got to take it to the next level. Get up, raise the consciousness level, become more aware, raise the energy, get into a higher vibration, have a healthier lifestyle. That hands down is a guiding principle for me, especially in coaching, helping people get to the next level. It's about raising their level of consciousness.
Well, thank you for coming on, Diana. Your answers were incredible. And the last question I have for you is, where can people best connect with you online and find you online?
Oh, yeah. Go to my website, dianadentinger.com, DianaDentinger.com. And there's a tab at the top, free quizzes. Go and click that and take a personality quiz, take a life purpose quiz, find the best career fit quiz. There's even my audio book. There's, free course for women in self-confidence or men in self-confidence, time management for men and women, lots of freebies and resources, because this is my giving is really, offering these free resources so people can raise their consciousness, raise their energy and their self-confidence, and have a greater, fantastic, wonderful, fulfilling, and meaningful life. How's that for you, baby?
That was perfect. Thank you again for coming on, and we'll talk with you soon, Diana.
Okay, thank you, dear.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.